My gym teacher wouldn't let me stop running, so my bully picked me up and carried me out. I had missed 2 weeks of gym earlier that semester, and my coach had told me one more absence and my grade was gone. So when I walked in that day with a medical boot and a doctor's note, I already knew this wasn't going to go well. I handed him the note, and he pinched it between 2 fingers like it was dirty. A fracture, huh? Funny how these always show up on the days we run the mile. I could feel every pair of eyes on me. You can call my doctor right now. He didn't move. I've been coaching for 14 years, and I can spot a kid dodging laps from a mile away. He crumpled my note and tossed it on the bleachers behind him. Suit up. You're running with everybody else. You'll thank me one day. I knew if I refused, he would fail me, and if I ran, I would destroy my ankle, but he was already walking away like he had done me a favor. He told me to sit down and take the boot off. Now. No, it's the only thing holding my bones together. I said it loud enough for the whole gym to hear, and not a single person moved. He walked right up to me. Take it off or I'm failing you for the semester. You can't do that. He smiled at me the way you smile at a little kid who thinks they're in charge. Try me. I was 15, and he had been at that school longer than I had been alive, so I sat on the bleachers and started pulling at the Velcro straps with trembling fingers. They made this loud ripping sound that echoed through the gym, and I could feel everyone watching. When I pulled the boot off, my ankle was so swollen it barely looked like a joint anymore. It was dark purple from the bone down to my toes, and the skin was stretched so tight it was shiny. A girl 2 rows up whispered, "Oh my God," and covered her mouth. I sat there with my bare foot exposed, waiting for my coach to say something, but he was already blowing his whistle and waving everyone toward the track. Let's go, everyone. That includes you. The second my foot touched the gym floor, the pain hit so hard my knees buckled and I had to grab the railing with both hands. I pulled at my pant leg and held my ankle toward him. Look at it. Tell me that looks fake. He looked at it and I saw something shift in his face for just a second. Like even he knew it was bad. But then he set his jaw and shrugged. I've seen worse. Kids who actually wanted to be here finished with worse than that. Get on the line. A girl at the starting line whispered, "You don't have to do this." And I almost lost it right there. The whistle blew and I tried to jog, and every stride sent a shock up my leg that I could feel in my teeth. My coach jogged alongside me with his hands behind his back like he was on a stroll. See? You're doing fine. Amazing what happens when you stop pretending. I was biting my cheek so hard I tasted blood. I need to stop. You're almost there. This is the best thing anyone's ever made you do. Halfway around the track, my leg gave out and I hit the ground so hard the gravel tore into my palms and I could see pink underneath the skin. Every person behind me stopped. My coach walked over and shook his head like I had disappointed him. Come on now, get up. You barely ran half a lap. I can't feel my foot. He crouched down and glanced at my ankle like I had shown him a hangnail. It's swollen. That doesn't mean you're done. Pain is just your body asking permission to quit. A kid stepped toward me and my coach threw his hand up without turning around. Nobody touches her. If you help her now, you're telling her it's okay to give up, and I refuse to do that. I tried to push myself up one more time and my ankle rolled and this sound came out of me that didn't even sound human. A girl stepped forward. Coach, please, she needs help. Did I ask you? Back on the track. All of you. I saw a boy near the back door start inching toward it and my coach spotted him without even turning his head. Sit down. Nobody leaves this gym. He crouched back down next to me and dropped his voice low like he was sharing wisdom. You know what your problem is? Everyone in your life has told you it's okay to quit. Your parents, your doctors, everyone. That's why you're on the ground right now. Not because of your ankle. Because nobody ever loved you enough to push you. The gym went dead silent. That sentence hit me somewhere so deep I forgot about my ankle for a second, because all I could feel was how badly I wanted my mom. I looked him right in the eyes. I'm not soft. I just ran on a broken ankle for you. He laughed. And you couldn't even finish. That tells me everything I need to know. Then he walked over to where my boot was sitting on the bleacher and picked it up. He held it over the trash can with one hand and looked right at me. Please don't. I need that to walk. He held it there and smiled. You don't need it. I just proved that. Then he opened his fingers and let it drop. The thud echoed through the gym and I watched my only way of walking out of that building disappear into a trash can. He turned to the class. This is what happens when nobody ever tells a kid no. They crumble. This is why I push you. Because every other adult in your life is too afraid to. Not one face would look at me. He blew his whistle. Back on the track. I put my forehead on the ground and listened to sneakers shuffling away. One pair of sneakers stops right in front of me, but they don't shuffle past like everyone else. I don't look up because I can't deal with one more person staring down at me. Then a voice above me says, "Get up." And I freeze because I know exactly who that is. It is Dominic, the biggest kid in our grade. The one who has tripped me in the hallway all year and knocked my stuff out of my hands so many times I stopped picking it up when he was around. My coach steps forward. "Excuse me, get back on the track." Dominic crouches down and slides one arm under my knees and the other behind my back, and I feel myself leave the ground. I grab his shoulder and all I can think is that the person who has made my life miserable all year is the one carrying me right now. My coach grabs Dominic's arm so hard his fingers dig into the skin. "Put her down or you're done at this school." Dominic yanks his arm free so hard my coach stumbles forward. He starts walking toward the gym doors and my coach sprints ahead and slams his back against them. "You are not walking out of my class." Dominic stops a foot away and his voice comes out low and shaking. "You threw her boot in the trash while she begged you to stop. You watched her collapse and told 30 kids to keep running." My coach's jaw tightens. "Everything I did today was for her benefit. She handed you a doctor's note and you crumpled it. She showed you her ankle and you told her nobody loved her enough to push her. You think that's coaching?" He turns to the class and his voice cracks. "All of you watched this and nobody did anything." The gym goes quiet. A girl in the back starts sobbing. The same boy who had been nodding along with the coach earlier sits down on the track and puts his head in his hands. My coach looks around and I watch his expression crack when he realizes nobody is on his side. I was building toughness. His voice sounds thin and hollow. Dominic looks at him and something raw crosses his face. "I have tripped that girl every week this year, and I'm still better than you." My coach reaches for the door handle behind him, but his hand just hangs there. He steps aside. Dominic carried me to the front office, set me down outside the principal's door, and walked in without knocking.